Hello and welcome to Raju Notes channel, your pit stop for weekly current affairs updates. The updates tailor-made for students taking all kinds of competitive exams like UPSC, civils, defense and placement interviews. Please subscribe to the channel and stay updated every Sunday. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will launch the Swasth Nari Shasasth Parivar Abhiyan on 17th of this month. In a social media post, Union Health Minister JP Nadda said the initiative aims to strengthen healthcare services for women and children across the country, ensuring better access, quality care, and awareness. He said, as part of the nationwide Ayush Abhiyan, 75,000 health camps will be organized at Ayushman Arogya Mandirs, community health centers, and other healthcare facilities. These camps will provide essential services specifically designed to address the healthcare needs of women, children, supporting the government's vision of inclusive healthcare. The minister said, in addition, Poshan Ma will also be observed at all Anganwadis to promote nutrition, health awareness, and overall well being. Mr. Nadda said these measures aim to build healthier families and empowered communities across the country, which appeal to all private hospitals and healthcare stakeholders to come forward and be an integral part of Jan Bhagidari Abhiyan. India is intensifying its Connect Central Asia policy with a renewed emphasis on the strategic Chabahar port in Iran amid shifting global trade and diplomatic alignments. National Security Advisor Ajit Doval spoke with the Iranian counterpart Ali Akbar Ahmadian on the phone this week to discuss regional development and cooperation, including the Chabahar project. The Shahid Behzti terminal at Chabahar, located on the Gulf of Oman, is seen as a crucial trading hub providing India direct access with Afghanistan and Central Asia while bypassing Pakistan. India signed a 10-year agreement with Iran in May 2024 to equip and operate cargo and container terminals at this port. According to the shipping ministry, 400 crore rupees have been allocated for Chabahar since financial year 2016 and 17, with 201.51 crores rupees sent so far. The port recorded 43% rise in vessel traffic and 34% increase in traffic containers in 2023-24. Analysts say Chabahar importance has grown as China scales back Belt and Road Initiative investments, including elements of the China Pakistan Economic Corridor due to debt and security concerns. That shift could limit Pakistan's leverage in transit talks involving Iran and India. ISRO chairman V. Narayanan has said that India has secured 9 major world records in space exploration and is on track to add 8 to 10 more in coming years. Addressing an event in New Delhi, Mr. Narayan highlighted India's achievements from Chandrayaan mission to Mars orbiter mission and advancement in cryogenic technology. He said Mars orbiter mission in 2014 made India the first nation to reach Mars on its maiden attempt. In 2017, the PSLV C-37 created history by launching 104 satellites in a single mission. Mr. Narayan said Chandrayaan 2 in 2019 placed the world's best orbiter camera around the moon, while Chandrayaan 3 in 2023 made India the first country to land a spacecraft near the lunar south pole. He said between 2014 and 2017, India achieved 3 global records in cryogenic stage development, including the fastest maiden flight of LVM-3 with cryogenic stage in 28 months, compared with timelines ranging from 37 to 108 months in other nations. Mr. Narayanan said ISRO cost sensitive approach has been crucial in reducing launch expenses. ISRO chief also noted that India has launched more than 4,000 rockets and 133 satellites so far, contributing to national security, economic growth, and the rise of space entrepreneurship. Looking ahead, Mr. Narayanan said ISRO plans to achieve 8 to 10 additional world records in space technology. He added, by 2040, India aims to land the human on moon, marking another milestone in country's journey towards becoming a developed nation. India candidate and Maharashtra Governor C.V. Radhakrishnan has been sworn in as the 15th Vice President of India. He defeated INDA bloc candidate and former Supreme Court Judge B. Sundareshan Reddy by a margin of 152 votes. Briefing reporters after counting of votes for Vice President election, Rajya Sabha's Secretary General and Returning Officer P.C. Modi said Out of 781 votes, 767 MPs voted in the election. Mr. Modi informed that out of 767 votes, 752 were found valid and 15 were declared invalid. Rajya Sabha General Secretary informed that the election for the post of Vice President was held in a free and a fair orderly manner. The election took place after the resignation of former Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar, citing health reasons. Born in Tirupur, Tamil Nadu, Chandrapuram Ponnuswamy Radhakrishnan began his political journey as a student leader. He was actively involved in organizations such as RSS and Jan Sangh. Since then, he has used politics as a medium to serve the public. He was elected twice to the Lok Sabha from Coimbatore. Mr. Radhakrishnan has also served as governor of Jharkhand, Telangana, Puducherry, and Maharashtra. An agriculturist and industrialist by profession, he is admired for his integrity, vision, and unblemished public life. Israeli military has confirmed carrying out an assassination attempt targeting top Hamas leaders in Qatar capital Doha, where multiple explosions were reported this week. Both the Israeli Defense Forces and the Shin Bet, Israel's internal security agency, acknowledged responsibility for operation, marking the first known Israeli military action in Qatari soil. According to the statement of Hamas, the Israeli strikes killed five of its members but failed to assassinate its negotiating delegation currently based in Doha. The group confirmed that Khalil al Khaya, Hamas chief negotiator and the apparent primary target of the strike, survived. However, his son and the director of his office were reportedly killed in the attack. Both Qatar and Hamas stated that Qatari security official was also killed and several others injured in the strike. In a statement, Hamas held United States jointly responsible for attack, citing Washington's continued support for Israeli aggressions and crimes against our people. The Qatari foreign minister condemned the strikes as cowardly act, describing it as a blatant violation of international law and norms. Meanwhile, White House said that Israeli operation in Doha ran counter to President Donald Trump's effort to achieving peace in Gaza. India and Sri Lanka signed a memorandum of understanding for the construction of an accident and an emergency unit at the District General Hospital in Mannar, backed by a grant of 600 million Sri Lankan rupees. The memorandum of understanding was signed by the Indian High Commissioner Santosh Jha and Health Secretary Dr. Anil Jaisinghe in the presence of Health Minister D. Nalanal Jayasita. The project will see the construction of two-story unit and a supply of medical equipment addressing a critical gap in emergency care. It is expected to save lives by enabling them timely and easing overcrowding in the hospital. The initiative is part of India's wider cooperation in Sri Lanka's health sector, which includes Suvaseria 1990 ambulance service, hospital upgrades in north and east, and 150-bedded hospital in Dikoya. Nepal Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli has resigned amidst widespread violent protests across the country. Oli's resignation came after hundreds of demonstrators entered his office shouting anti government slogans. The protesters set the Nepalese Prime Minister private residence in Balkot on fire, demanding accountability for the deaths during the protest against the government's ban on social media sites. Gen Z protesters targeted the residence of political leaders and ministers in Kathmandu Valley and other districts, hurling stones and setting property on fire. Authorities have imposed curfew in different areas of Kathmandu, Lalitpur, Bhaktapur district, etc. The order prohibits all movement, gathering, rallies, processions, meeting, and sit-ins within the specified zone. The third round of trilateral consultations between India, Iran, and Armenia was held in Tehran this week. During this meeting, the three sides emphasized on fulfillment of the goal set to secure mutual interest and promote prosperity and welfare in the region. The meeting emphasized on expanding and deepening cooperation in the fields of connectivity, including the International North-South Transport Corridor (INSTC) and in Armenia's Crossroads of Peace project. The sides also reviewed the initiative aimed at developing relations in economic trade and other areas of mutual interest. The next round of consultations will be held in Armenia next year. Prime Minister Narendra Modi held bilateral talks with Mauritian Prime Minister Naveen Chandra Ramagulam in Varanasi this week. Mr. Ramagulam arrived in the spiritual city yesterday and was welcomed by Uttar Pradesh Governor Anandiben Patel. At a joint press briefing, Prime Minister Modi reaffirmed the deepening ties between the two countries, saying India and Mauritius are two nations, but our dreams are one. Prime Minister Modi stated that India and Mauritius are not just partners but family. He added that India has always supported decolonization and full recognition of Mauritius' sovereignty. Prime Minister Narendra Modi said that first Jan Aushadhi Kendra outside India has now been established in Mauritius. He added that energy security is an important pillar of bilateral partnership. PM Modi said that IIT Madras and the Indian Institution of Plantation Management have signed agreements with the University of Mauritius. The bilateral talks between the two leaders covered the full spectrum of cooperation. Four memorandum of understandings in the field of science and technology, oceanography, administrative training, and telemetry were exchanged between the two countries. Three more documents, namely in the power sector, Indian grants assistance for small development projects and hydrography, were also exchanged. The talks reaffirmed the civilizational connect, spiritual bond, and enduring people to people ties between India and Mauritius. Mauritius Prime Minister is on a week long state visit in India from 9th to 16th of September 2025. Union Home Minister Amit Shah this week inaugurated the Fast Track Immigration Trusted Traveller Program in Lucknow, Thiruvananthapuram, Trichy, Calicut, and Amritsar airports through video conferencing. The program aims to facilitate international mobility with faster, smoother, and secure immigration clearance. It will provide more facilities for the Indian nationals and overseas citizens of India as passengers coming from other countries. The program will run on e gates or automated border gates, which will minimize human intervention in the immigration clearance process. Speaking on the occasion, Mr. Shah highlighted that the Fast Track Immigration Program is a trusted traveler program which makes immigration simpler, faster, and hassle free. He said that this will also promote both convenience and national security. Mr. Shah informed that the program was launched in Delhi last year, and until now, this facility has been started at 13 airports across the country. He added that so far 3 lakh passengers have registered on this portal. Union Railway Minister Ashwini Vaishnav this week informed that the Railways is introducing daily timed tabled parcel train from Budgam in Kashmir Valley to Adarsh Nagar station in Delhi from Saturday. The train will provide flexibility to individual traders and fruit growers to book a parcel van online through the book portal. This 8 parcel van train will originate from Budgam railway station at 6:15 a.m. and reach Adarsh Nagar railway station at 5 a.m. next day. It also provides an alternative to fruit and handicraft dealers to showcase their produce across the country. In a social media post, Mr. Vaishnav underscored that Kashmir Valley now has better connectivity with the Jammu Srinagar line, now operational. He also informed that the loading of 2 parcel vans carrying apples from Budgam to Delhi is beginning this week. The parcel vans will carry 23 metric tons of apples. The railway will provide additional parcel vans if demand is received. The inaugural India Norway Maritime Security Disarmament and Non Proliferation Dialogue was held this week in Oslo, Norway. The Ministry of External Affairs, in a statement, said that during the meeting, the two sides discussed developments in the areas of disarmament and non proliferation and multilateral cooperation. They conferred on ways to sustain and secure a safe maritime environment in accordance with the international law, conducive to economic growth and peace and progress in maritime matters. India, Norway also reviewed the ongoing cooperation initiatives in maritime domain and avenues of reinforcing international and regional mechanisms for comprehensive maritime security. The two sides further agreed to strengthen their shared efforts in the areas such as countering illicit maritime activities and protection of critical maritime infrastructure. The ministry informed that the next round of the dialogue will be held in New Delhi. The International Government Communication Forum IGCF 2025 concluded in Sharjah with Sharjah Government Communication Award SGCA ceremony celebrating excellence in field under the theme Communication for Quality of Life. The 2 day forum brought together global leaders, experts, and innovators to address pressing challenges in food security, health, educational sustainability, and evolving roles of artificial intelligence in government communication. Participants underscored that strategic communication is central to building trust, fostering cooperation, and developing effective policy responses for global issues. The Gem and Jewelry Export Promotion Council of India GJEPC, in association with Consulate General of India in Jeddah, the Embassy of India in Riyadh, and India's Ministry of Commerce and Industry, have announced the launch of Saudi Arabia's jewelry exposition SAJEX 2025. The landmark event is aimed at deepening India Saudi trade ties while opening new channels across the GCC and global markets. SAJEX 2025 is being held at Jeddah Superdome from September 11th to 13th and will host over 200 exhibitors across 250 booths, and is expected to attract more than 2,000 businesses visitors and international buyers. Exhibits will range from diamonds and colored gemstone jewelry to bridal collections, lab grown diamonds, gold piece in 18, 21, and 22 karat purity, as well as cutting edge jewelry technology. Well, that's all, friends, for this week's updates. See you soon next Sunday on the same channel. Till then, take care. Bye bye.